Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 30 of Direwolf20's FortressCraft Evolved series. Today, I have some plans to stick it to those nasty bugs who keep trying to destroy my stuff. Right now, though, I'm relocating some stuff around the base. Well, currently, I need to fix the fact that we're out of gold. Again. It's so funny how I started the series, and I'm like, you don't really use gold for much. And then, like, the resource I keep running out of is gold. Because you do use it for one thing that you need a lot of, and that is missiles. So I'm currently, I'm not out of gold. I have 10,000 on me, let's be fair. Like, I'm okay, but I want to keep the production lines going because reasons, obviously. So let's get some things set up here. I just cleared out the gold mining setup that I had. Let's relocate some stuff. Oh, I was right the first time. So remember, tier 1 is usually good enough to power unless you have like crazy amounts of drill speed going on. That should be cool for this direction. And then you zip straight down there. You were right the first time. Boom. That should be cool. And then we're going to want probably a storage cell with mining. See, I already found a new source. I was doing some gold pings and found my way towards some good stuff. 285,000? Not terrible. Let's put our drill cutter head in there. You've only got 139 ore mining left in you. So that's like in a minute. I'm going to have to replace that thing. Pretty sure I can deal with that pretty well. We're going to place a hopper here. And we're going to do... Now, as I recall, things get a little bit tricky with these motorized hopper guys. They really like to be facing away, don't they? Isn't that what we found? So let's make sure this guy is set to do this, and then straight into some tubing here. That will probably go straight up and around, maybe. You know what I'll do is I'll just clear this path. This will make things a little bit easier for me. Kind of just loop this. Oh wow, look at you, huh? Cool, that's fine. I'll put you there, there. Rotate this thing correctly. Rotate you up, and then hopefully I can place these like a champ. Now this should be going underneath this laser. See, I kind of planned this all out ahead of time, for the most part. And then we're going to bring it over here and try and split it at some point right before it gets to here. So the gold line is what? The middle of this one and the far right of that one, right? So if I was being smart when I was initially setting these up many episodes back, remember when I was first getting tier 2 ores? Yeah, I was being a little bit smarter about how this worked. Might have done it a little differently, but I mean, really it's not that big a deal, we're good. So what I'll probably do is just bring this guy right along to here, right? Let you go probably here. And then splitter turntable to here and here. Some tight quarters. There we go. One of these will go up to the middle slot here. So it'll probably be this one. There we go. That's where gold goes, right? Perfect. And the other one can pretty much go like here. That'll do. That will do nicely. Cool, so we've got gold production back up and running. Nice and smooth. Nice. The other thing I had to do, and I did this one off camera, because I noticed it, I was completely out of biomass down here. Like, this thing was toast. I think we've got our backlog back up and running, but see, no more biomass. Haha. That's a storage thing of a bunch of junk that I don't need. So basically just ran over to this vein right here. It's a little bit decent in size. 34,000. And what I've got is the steel cutter head in here, and I've got a storage thing here with more steel cutter heads to ensure that we don't have any issues with that. This is another vein I can tap into at some point, but it's pretty small. There's a couple small ones all around here. I haven't found like a particularly large vein. And you can see Arthur is like totally out of power and crying about it. Sorry, Arthur. What I think I might do is something like, how's my inventory looking at the moment? Not terrible. Let's clear out some space. I don't think I have any steel cutter heads on me at the moment, which is cool. We have some low-grade steel bars. Let's make some cutter heads. So check this out. I've done this before, kind of, but I just want to do it again. I want to make sure we get, like, the most out of this gold setup. So what I'll do... You're probably stuck? Yeah, out of storage. Cool. So what I'm going to do is place a... mini hopper should be fine. We're going to set it to remove only. And I'm going to put some steel cutter heads in here. 4. Cool. And what that should do, see how there's 7 free slots? Right? So you have a steel cutter head in a hopper, it'll automatically suck into the ore extractor. Cool, right? I'll do the same down here. I've got, what, 1 more? That should be good. For my biomass, that should be fine. Because biomass we burn through a lot slower than like gold, for example. And while this is a smaller vein, I've already got 1? No, I don't have 1. It must have already sucked into it. Did it? No, I thought I had 1 in here. Used 2. That's why there was a biomass in there. Now we're good. So now we've got 2 in there. That should be sufficient. Cool. All right, let's go upstairs because I want to do something new today that will hopefully help us out with the defense of our base. I also want to quickly check out how our production of missiles is going, because I have a feeling that while I was down here, things kept moving pretty well upstairs. Boom. Let's go see what's up. We've obviously been killing some attackers, because that's going to happen a lot. Our CPH is healthy and alive. Our... Woot. Wow, that was some awesome grapple food right there. Look at this. All these things are full here. Definitely have a few tier 4s around. I would like to do some more. This guy I don't think I'm feeding from my stuff, but that's okay. I did rearrange some stuff downstairs, by the way. Wanted to let you guys know about this. Down here, just for now, because I wanted to hold off on being attacked, I stopped charging my OET. So, and I'm pumping from here into this battery. I wanted to make sure all my batteries were full before we had another attack come our way. Today I want to try missile imbuers, because I've heard that imbued missiles, so regular basic missiles will only attack bosses and heavies when the heavies get to a certain amount of health. Basically, from what I understand, and hopefully DJ Arcus doesn't tell me I'm lying. Oh good, we have 100 used, boom, 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 boom. This whole line is doing awesome. From what I understand, once your threat level gets to a certain percentage, like over 7,000-ish probably, I guess, because that's when it seemed to start happening. Like, the higher the percentage, the tougher the monsters become overall. Bosses will start spawning at a certain level, but, like, the heavies will have more hit points and stuff. See, these guys are all not really running right now because I'm not dumping my power into the OET over there. So basically what you wind up starting to see is heavies with more hit points. And the missiles will be like, oh, they have a lot of hit points, I'm going to start shooting at them. I honestly think that some of my lasers and stuff would do fine against the heavies. However, imbued missiles, which I want to check out today, Warhead Imbuer, will primarily only hit bosses. And they do a lot more damage, like a whole heck of a lot. I don't know if it tells you in here. Plasma rich energy, it doesn't really. I think it might have told me somewhere. But we'll see once we get the missiles imbued, I guess. So I'm debating how I want to go about this. I could either also Arthur charge. I could either have like a missile imbuing line over here, but what that's gonna do, see, I don't want to imbue all my missiles, kind of. I don't know. I'd like to have a backlog of imbued missiles. Let's get it going and see how slow it is, because you need a lot of power to imbue missiles. It's like 50,000 energy per missile, which is a lot. I'd like to see what the requirements are per guy. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to snag 100 missiles. And I'm going to, for the time being, drop down here. And do something like this. Let's put you here. Put my missile imbuer here. I need more storage hoppers, look at that. How are my resources doing? I could use more tin, as usual. That's okay, I'll be alright for now. Okay, so you're going to be add only, remove only. I want to do that. Now this guy looking for resources, so we're going to put that 100 missiles that I got right in here. This is kind of like a test run. Boom. Stored 100 missiles. This thing is imbuing. Oh, that's cool. Desires 830 power per second. Wow, that's a lot of power per second. I'm curious if these two... I knew it was a lot, because it needs 50,000 in total. Like, dude. And it takes about a minute. Current power, it looks like it's getting enough. Cool. So every minute, it's going to imbue. Wow, that's a lot of power requirements. Like, not for nothing, but I see more generators in my future. Yeah. Because 830 power per second is basically... Like, this thing is probably doing okay, but I've got 3 of these generators going into him. But 830 power per second, I want to say, is like 2 generators running at full blast. So that's some serious power flow. But you're still... Oh, see, look, current PPS is getting a little bit lower. Probably because of the way this thing works. I'd be interested to see... I'm going to need more tier 3 stuff. Luckily, resources are not much of an issue at this point, but I want to keep it that way. So you, followed by you, followed by you. Just to see if this is somehow better than the 2 tier 3s. Because that should be emitting large amounts. 320 and 320 is 640, right? That is actually not quite enough. Wow. That's a serious amount of power requirements there. That should be enough. Obviously, by the way, I could put focusing crystals in these. That is another option to boost that to the point where it's enough to do the 800-ish, but we should be good now. But holy cow, is that a lot of power demand. All right, let's come back in a minute. Obviously, we should be getting, so we've already got 2 imbued missiles. Let's come back in a minute, and I'm going to try and figure out what I want to do. What I'm thinking is we build 2 plasma dudes that are dedicated, or 2 turbines that are dedicated to imbuing plasma into this thing. And pretty much like that's their job, right? 100% just you guys are responsible for making plasma warheads. Cool? We'll be back in a minute. Oh, by the way, one more thing I wanted to show you guys is I ramped up my production of high energy fuel. I was not having enough of it. Basically, I tripled the output over here, so you can see I've got the pipe extruder here. I've got one on top and one below the hopper for my iron storage. It all routes down here with pipes, and then over here I built a little, I guess 3x3 structure, if you will, of storage hoppers and that kind of stuff. So basically the way this works is as follows. Power flows into here. Obviously there's tons and it's good. This hopper is the input to the system, so you put the pipes in here. These guys are all set to automatically make empty fuel canister. Requires 1 pipe, right? So pipe comes out of here, and then these 2 output to this storage hopper, and these 2 output to this hopper, and then they, as you can see, pop along the line here straight into this guy and get turned into high energy composite fuel. Just wanted to give you guys the heads up that I had done that work off camera for the most part because I determined it needed to be done after I finished recording last episode, and I just wanted to get that taken care of. Yeah, no, I can cover that. That's cool. I can cover this and all these guys. I'm just, you know, tidying up the base. Don't mind me. Cleaning up a little bit. That kind of good stuff. Yes, that is all work I just took care of between episodes. Anyway, cleared out a bit of a path over here. My only problem is getting high energy composite fuel down this path, but I should be able to manage that. What I'm thinking I could do, this coal line is still like functional, and I guess there's no reason not to let it keep going over here, but part of me wants to just be like, enough with the coal, and let's go full-blown of these guys, but I mean, it's okay, right? So what I could do is maybe route past these guys. So I would just have to get around this coal line. Shouldn't be too hard. Or I could just knock this out and just get rid of this whole big structure. It would actually just give me more room for these things, wouldn't it? That seems like a really smart idea. Why don't I do that? Why don't we cut this conveyor cord? And what I'm going to do is clean up this line. And then we'll just go, like, it's time for full-blown high-energy composite fuel power. So I'll come back in a minute. Let me clear this all out. So like I said, this serves 2 purposes, clearing this out. 1, I can have more of these things over here, and 2, it makes it easier for me to run conveyors like so. So let's do this. All the way down to here. I'm gonna get this stuff going and come back in a second. This should be fine to run under that, yeah. Just a reminder, jet turbines are dangerous. I'm very glad that they don't, like, destroy all your stuff. That would be sad. I'm trying to figure out what this is doing here. I'm assuming that was a misplace. Probably when I was dying to jet turbines. There we go. So remember, we're going to need 2 lines of these. 1 to feed high energy composite fuel in this direction, and 1 to send empty canisters back, right? Alright guys, progress being made. High energy composite fuel working its way back here. The basic plan is, right, it's going to come over here. It's going to hit up these guys. We'll have, you know, it's 3 by 5, right? So boom, boom, and boom, something like that set up. And we should be in pretty good shape then, right? So I'm just stopping that there so we don't just have a bunch of high energy composite fuel going around that doesn't need to. That should be fine for now. Everybody's pretty thrilled with the way things are working out. We're in good shape. Yeah, that's backlogged over there. This guy, you know, has a few free slots now as a result of all the composite fuel that's heading down this path, but it'll re-backlog here in a moment. That should be cool. This stuff's running smoothly. Little bit concerned with my iron income. I think we're starting to get to the point where we're going to be low on iron soon. So we're going to want to manage that. Lithium really doesn't seem to be all that necessary. I mean, I don't have a ton of it though. Like, it seems like it's not. I haven't been collecting it clearly. But like I have a ton of iron on me, but I don't know. We'll see what happens shortly, I guess. For now, let's get this stuff going. Also, missiles are firing, which means there's some nasty bad guys coming my way probably, but that's okay. Let them fire. We're still in good shape. We've got a nice backlog here of missiles. I think we're keeping up with the amount that are firing, as you can see here. But, I mean, in a few minutes here, we'll have a good idea if that thing starts to clear. I have not gone to check on my high-energy missile warhead thing yet. Let's see. How are we doing with missiles here? We've got 25 of them. Nice. That's cool. This thing's maintaining power, obviously. We're in good shape there. Cool. What is a multi-block under here? What is this thing? Beats me. Gonna leave it there. All right, let's get 2 turbines set up over there. So hopefully I've got the resources to do this, but so we're gonna need 36 advanced machine blocks, right? As I recall. Right, yeah, advanced machine block. We're also gonna need the plastic pellets, that's right. Those should be relatively easy to make at this point because of how tall my thing is. Like, check out how fast this is gonna be. What I'm gonna do is lock this dude, as usual. So that's locked. And then we will put a thing here that says you're doing plastic pellets, and this guy add remove. So plastic pellets should go into there, and relatively quickly at that. So yeah, see, we just got 5 of them. Nice. So that'll be a pretty quick process. Used 5. This thing's gonna, see, yeah, it's burning through. That's cool. Used 9. Awesome. So we'll have that fill up to like 100. Can't hurt to have a few extra plastic pellets. We'll get a full stack of 100 jet turbine. So 36 advanced machine blocks. Requires 36. These dudes. Just gonna check real quick to see if I have extra plastic pellets around here somewhere. I may. Nope, probably used them all last time I did this. You've currently got 29. Nice, that's cool. That means we're 33, almost at the 36 that I need. See how fast this thing runs when, like, yeah, good times, right? That'll leave me a spare. Man, missiles are firing like crazy over here. Just wanted to peek in. So this backlog is kind of gone, but this guy still has a stack of 100 in there. So our missile line production is doing a, I would call, adequate job of keeping up with missiles. Part of me wants to stop missiles from firing for the moment, just because I don't want to waste them. I really want to hold on to them, and I don't feel that right now we're probably in need of a missile launcher system. Jet turbine generator housing. And this is just 9 low-grade steel bars and right. So we need 18. Now, let's do it again. Over to here to get at least 35 more of these dudes. Used 15. Oh yeah, that's the hold up. I'm producing faster than I can bring my biomass up, which is kind of cool. Sorry, I can help it out. That's 20 plastic pellets. So fast. I mean, obviously it's slower when they're making the high energy composite fuel, right? Because we have to worry about the iron income. So that's why usually this isn't a problem, but wow, that's fast. Quite pleased with that. One more set of 4. Set this guy to high energy composite fuel. There you go. Cool. And this thing should go back to making the stuff that I want him to make. All right, we want this to be not locked. Machines can add to it, probably. There we go. Now we're cruising. Another set of 36 here. And then 18. And 9. And this should go up to 72. Perfect. So I think I'll just start with this one here. There we go. The intake will probably be on this end. So I should be doing intakes here. There we go. Nice. And one more. Take this jetpack off. I always forget that it's on, and I'm like, why am I moving so weird? That's cool. 1, 2. Perfect. That's what I want to see. All right. I'm thinking what I could probably do if I was really being smart about this. I put this here. Make sure this is up. We'll do a turntable here because eventually we'll want more going that way, right? This should go up like that, right? And we'll set this to remove only, and both turbines should be able to pull from that. Awesome. And then we will set this to add only, and that will become full. Oh, jet turbines are dangerous, Direwolf. I'll remember one of these days not to stand in the giant plasma beam that is the back of a jet turbine. I will. One of these days, it will be like, oh right, don't do that. I think I should be able to, whoa. They should be slowing down at this point anyway. Yep, that works. Cool, and that thing should make its way all the way back. Jet turbines are off now because they have nowhere to send their power at the moment. Cool. And again, those two are going to be responsible 100% for missile imbuing. Alright guys, so that should be good. I think what we'll do is come back next episode. We will configure the missile imbuer, debating if I want to have 2 more jet turbines here, right? It's like 2 jet turbines worth of power equals 1 full-time missile imbuer. If I really wanted to be crazy about this, I could have 1, 2, 2, 3, this and this. I could have another 2 here easily, and I could dig deeper into this area if I wanted more, but then I could have 2 missile imbuers going at once at full speed. That might be cool. Remember, it takes about a minute to produce one, so that's a large amount of time. So what I'm thinking is, right, we get a nice backlog, and then we start charging the OET again and see if a combination of our missile imbuers and our crazy amounts of good stuff going on here will be sufficient to take all this stuff down and manage to survive getting our OET and charged up and stuff. So for now, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. More defenses, more power, more craziness coming up soon. I did break a bunch of our defenses here, so we're definitely gonna want to have more of that represented pretty soon. We'll come up with something, trust me. For now, take it easy.